It's story time! I'm gonna get comfortable. This is my first real story time. I know a lot of people have been doing story times and I'm like, why don't I do story times? Like, I have a lot of stories. You guys should know by now. I really like talking to the camera. I like engaging and talking to the camera. I feel really good about it. It's not that I don't like voiceovers, but I feel more connected when I'm talking to the camera, if that makes any sense at all. Probably not, but that's how I feel. I have my favorite tea, chai tea, and I'm just gonna get into the story. You guys can see by the title, it's my worst piercing story, and it's actually really, I think it's pretty interesting, and it's actually really annoying to me, and I was very upset about it, obviously. Anyway, I'll just jump into the story. Okay, so if you've known me for a long time, I've always wanted a nose piercing. Always wanted a nose piercing. Ever since I was like a little child, I've always wanted a nose piercing. I just thought it was so cute and so pretty. And then when my sister was 16 years old, when she was 16, I was 11. She got a nose piercing and I was so upset because I wanted one so bad, but my parents are like so against piercings, so against tattoos, and I'm like, all or nothing kind of girl. I want tattoos, I want piercings, I want this, that, but they won't let me. I literally would beg my parents every day for this nose piercing. One by one, all my friends started getting them, and I was so upset because obviously I wanted one. So my parents made a deal with me. They're like, when you turn 16, you can get a nose piercing. And I was like, 16? Like, do you know how far that is? Like, and I remember I kept begging them and begging them after that, and my dad's like, listen, if you keep begging us about this, you're not getting it at all. And I'm like, okay, 16, 18, I'll do 16. So I waited out, torture to wait this out, and I got it October 25th, 2014, which is my birthday. They took me on my 16th birthday because I told them, I was like, you know, the only thing I want is my nose pierced. So, I'm 16, you guys better take me to go get it. So that was my sister's birthday gift to me. We went to go get my nose pierced for my 16th birthday, which I was ecstatic about. Like, you guys don't even understand. I remember I talked to a couple friends about getting it and stuff. Before I got my piercing, I only had my ear. So I only had the gun, and I really wanted my nose piercing done with a gun. I have no idea why. My friends have all gotten it with a needle, and my friend was telling me how the needle heals better, so you might want to get it done with the needle. And I'm like, okay. And then they're all like, go to a tattoo place, blah, blah, blah. It was my 16th birthday. We were in the mall, and I was like, we're doing it now. This place is where I get my eyebrows done and where you can get your makeup done and buy makeup. And they do ear piercings and nose piercings. Kind of weird. I didn't think much of it. I just wanted that piercing through my nose, okay? I wanted a piercing so bad. We go into the place, we sit on the chair, and the girl, she's like, so you're getting your nose pierced? I'm like, yeah, I am. And I had my sister there, who was 21 at the time. So she came in, because my parents went to go around and shop. And she's like, yeah, I'm her sister, I'm her guardian. Yeah, I'll sign to get it done. And they're like, no, you need your parents, da-da-da. And I was like, why? Like, she's over 18, I don't understand. We called my parents, I'm like, can you hurry up? Because I really want to get my nose pierced. Like, let's go. My parents couldn't even find the place, so it was like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh my god, like, I was so anxious. My mom comes, she signs the paper, blah, blah, and I'm sitting in the chair, and she pulls out the gun, and I wanted the gun so bad, like, you don't even understand. And I was walking around before getting this done with my sister, and she was like, I had the needle, like, she has a very thick nose, I think a little thicker than me, and she's like, I got the needle done, it hurt so bad, like, because they put it in once and then they had to put it in double times because it wouldn't go through properly. She was like, it was literally so painful, like 1 to 10, she's like, probably an 8. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna cry. So we go there and she brings out the gun, and I'm like, yes, because this whole time I've wanted it with the gun, but everyone was telling me, trust me, you want the needle. And I'm like, whatever, bye, don't care. So I got the gun, and I was so excited, like, you don't even understand. She puts a dot, I show my mom and sister, I'm like, looks good on a good side, And they're like, yeah, it looks good. It's weird because I got it on my right side and everybody gets it on their left side, but that was just really uncomfortable to me. Girl's like, okay. She goes and she's like 1, 2, and I'm like doing this in my chair. I'm like, because I hate needles, right? I hate like any type of pain. Like I was terrified. And she's like, sweetie, you need to stop moving. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. Then she went again, and I'm like, yes. But she finally like just did it, and I was like, oh my god, like it hurt so bad, guys. It hurt. It was painful. I have a thick nose, so I mean, what was I expecting, right? She told me, like, when you sleep, when you wash your face, put a Band-Aid over it. And I'm like, okay, like, reasonable. I put a Band-Aid on it when I went to bed, and then when I woke up in the morning, I kept the Band-Aid on, and I was washing my face, and it slips out, and I'm like, ugh. And it, like, went almost in the sink, and I had to, like, dig it out, cleaned it a little bit, and then put it back in. Like, it hurt so bad to put back in. And I was like, okay. It's okay, it's in, I got it in. Well, like, my eyes, like, tearing, and I'm like, okay, it's in, that's all I have to worry about, right? Months, not months, like, how many months passed by? A month passed by, and I started to get this little ring around my nose. And I was like, okay, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep cleaning it, you know, like, it'll go away. And then it started getting bigger. And I'll show you guys, like, a picture. Insert now. I'll show you guys more at the end of the video, but it was very big, and I was like, what is this? What is this? So I looked it up. It was called a keloid, and I was like, okay, how do you get rid of this keloid? And like I was watching several videos on YouTube, Googling the shit out of this. And YouTube, it was like, just clean it. Like, I cleaned it up and it was gone. And I was like, okay, I'm cleaning it week after week, nothing's happening. And it tells me to use tea tree oil. And now, like, I'd do anything at this point. Go to the store, buy some tea tree oil. It was like $20. I'm like, whatever. And I put it on, nothing. Like, it shrunk it a little bit, but nothing happened. I'm still looking up remedies. And my friend in photo class, like, I was telling, like, she looked at my nose, she's like, you have a bump on your nose piercing. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to get rid of it. I've tried a lot of things, and it won't go away. And it was on Google and stuff, it was saying do sea salt soaks. I bought sea salt, I did it every night. It burned, it stinged, and I was like, good, this means it's working, right? Not really. So my friend's like, where did you go to get your nose pierced? And I was like, Meryl Norman, where I get my eyebrows pierced. And I'm saying the name because I want, if you guys have this place where you live, I want you guys to be aware of where you go to get your piercings and stuff. And she's like, I got it there too, and I had a bump. I'm like, why didn't I know this before? And she's like, yeah, I had a bump. She's like, I went there, and like I went to a different place to get another nose piercing because I thought that was the problem. And they told me that, like, they said, oh my god, you have a keloid, and they said to probably go get it re-pierced and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to get it pierced again. That was painful. I'm not going back. Like, no. She's like, well, they told me another trick. And I was like, girl, spill the tea. Like, I need to know all of this because I need this gone. She's like, yeah, they told me to put crushed aspirin and some water and try it, like, so it's a paste, and set it on your nose. And I'm like, girl, I'm on it. I went to go buy aspirin, did it shrunk it, but it didn't remove it. And I was so frustrated. Like, you guys don't even understand. I was like, what am I doing wrong? How do I get rid of this? You know, like, I need to know how to get rid of this because I am so insecure. Like, it's right on your nose, and my bump was extremely big. Like, it was humongous, and I was like, how am I supposed to get rid of something like this? Like, this is the worst case scenario for me. My favorite thing that I wanted done turned out to be shit. Makeup didn't cover it. It was like a big pimple around your nose, and the worst thing is there's like this diamond showing that it's like showing it. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I thought about just taking it out, letting it heal, and like getting it redone, which what somebody did on the video, on another video. While she's like, yeah, I took it out, I let it heal, it went away, and then I went to get it pierced another area. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's perfect where it is. So I'm trying every day. Sea salt soaks, aspirin doesn't work. So I made my own concoction after months have passed, and I'm like, this has to work. Take my cup, I take a little container, I put sea salt, or the sea salt soak. I put a little bit of that in, water and sea salt, I put it in there, mix it up, add a few drops of tea tree oil, mix that up, put some aspirin, crushed it in there, and I put that paste on my nose. Boy, did that hurt, but it worked. The next day it shrunk a little, next day it shrunk a little more. I was so happy. Oh, like, you guys don't even understand how happy I was. Ecstatic that this was shrinking. It was still a little bit there, but it like peeled off, which is really nasty. It peeled off because I guess it was just dry skin. I don't know. It's disgusting. And like, keloid is basically scar tissue. I'll leave you like the little definition right here. Ugh, it was terrible. And how many months did it take for it to go away? It took like 5 months for it to officially vanish from my nose. But when I used that technique, it vanished like instantly. I'm going to insert all my pictures at the end of this video, just saying they are disgusting and gross, but I wanted it gone, and I did anything to get it gone, and it felt like everything I did at some point kind of made it bigger, and I'd wake up with it bigger, and it was like the focal point of my face, so I was getting very insecure with it. I didn't know what to do, but this trick really did help me. So if you guys, moral of the story, if you're getting piercings, get it done at a clean, sanitary place, and a place that you trust, and a place that is like designed to do piercings. So I would say tattoo piercings are your best bet when it goes to it. Do not get it done at like a mall that just has a makeup in it, and like a Claire's. Please don't do it unless it's your ears, but anything else, don't do it. That's my moral of the story. Get your piercings done at clean places. Basically, that's it. That story was kind of boring, but it was really exciting to me, and I really wanted to share a story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Monday, and I will be doing more story videos because I find them really fun. Story time with Angel, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll definitely talk to you guys soon. I love you guys so much. And clean your piercings. All I gotta say. Bye. And it's weird. This hair is driving me nuts. Okay. When doesn't my scene change and someone interrupts and I have to go outside and I can't be as loud because it's kind of awkward because my neighbors are really close. So, where was I at? Oh, okay. I need to try not to say as much ums in this video because I say ums in all my videos. So if you guys see like cuts like in all my videos, it's because I said because I say it so much. So no more ums.